welcome, Mr. Nerd Dan. Friday.
Todd's thinking the more they talk about stupid stuff I don't care about, the less I have to talk. Am I right, Todd?
A fucking man.
Yay!
It's actually great because I need to, I've been talking for 2 days nonstop.
Well,
Yeah.
I do understand.
No, you don't. You love to talk. You never shut the fuck up.
That is true.
You can go and go and go, dude. It don't matter.
Yeah,
Andrew never gets tired of hearing the sound of his own voice.
This is true. That's why we love him.
Yeah.
So the time I was brushing my teeth and I was looking in the mirror and I was brushing my teeth and I was like, I've got an idea for a character.
It's like Rob Liefeld doing his impersonation of Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the figure. It's really cool. It's got the thing and the thing, and we make them just a little bit bigger so they don't go.
You gotta have your fingers closed. You have to be like,
yeah,
and the thing, and look at the character.
Yeah, and we make them slightly different sizes just to fuck with you. Dude, that video of him making fun of Todd McFarlane.
He's very fucking good at it.
Yeah, his Todd McFarlane is perfect.
He's legitimately a very good asshole.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the best compliment.
Yeah.
Fairly certain we've known that for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That he's an ass?
Yeah.
Yeah. But well, to be fair, I think he's welcome to it. Homeboy, dude, legitimately went through hell, and I'm surprised he didn't self-delete himself. So
yeah, sometimes I think he slightly overreacts to the trolls, but he's been getting so much vicious stuff that sometimes he overreacts a little bit. But it's understandable because of the absolute garbage people fling at him sometimes all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been for decades now.
Yeah. Hey, Doc.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
So what's up? Sorry I'm late. Got my niece and nephew over here, and they're both screaming like wild banshees a minute ago. Like constant stream of screams. So it's pretty cool.
Oh.
What's up with you guys? Who's getting shit thrown at him?
Oh, just the stuff people say to Rob Liefeld all the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they just can't be chill and enjoy the fact that he's a quirky, goofy dude.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you don't like his art, don't buy the comic. I don't buy his comics, but I still like the dude. I think I find him very entertaining.
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, look, draw better. It's like you can't draw that good, probably. So, why bag on the dude?
Yeah.
Right.
He has sold a ton of comics.
I mean, he's got some zingers. We all know.
Oh yeah. But I wish I still had all my New Mutants that he did. Those were the only New Mutants I sold years ago, were the Rob Liefelds. Mm. And I wish I still had them. I regret it.
Yep. I hear you.
What's new?
What's new, pussycat?
Well, Andrew was just talking about his pipe.
Yeah, I think
he was laying some pipe, and
I think Avery and I were discussing we're discussing about how Gen X doesn't have any musical idols worth remembering because all the good ones are dead and all the ones that survive are assholes.
Don't have any musical what?
Musical heroes surviving because all the good ones are dead from overdoses, and all the bad ones are. Look, basically, it's like as I was saying, it's basically Eddie Vedder and start working your way down.
I disagree.
Maybe,
Mr. Plummer.
Just the grunge guys.
Well,
all the good ones are dead.
Well, think about it. Chris Cornell OD'd.
Andy, I gotta meet you, bro.
Sorry. I always thought that Nirvana was overrated. May God forgive me for saying so. I was always more of a Soundgarden guy anyway. I never understood why Stone Temple Pilots got labeled in with grunge. They always felt more like just regular, just straight up, classic rock to me. But
because that first album they put out, the first big album they put out, did sound grunge. They got compared to Pearl Jam a lot on that first album.
I mean,
after that they swung way out to the pop rock.
Well, I mean, and look, I like Billy. I like Billy Corgan as a personality. I mean, if you ever see him on Rogan, he's a hoot. But it's like the Smashing Pumpkins. First off, it's the dumbest name in the world ever. Second, I don't know. They always felt like they were trying too hard. Like it felt like they were always trying to trying to be edgy as was just as they were trying to be.
It was sad rock.
Yeah, it was sad rock.
It's a mix of shoegaze. Well, the early stuff has a lot of psychedelic vibes to it, right?
Yeah.
But after Melancholy, I kind of fell off. Their newer stuff they just released an album not very long ago because now James Iha's back, right? So they've got two albums with James Iha again.
Yeah,
all right, but
I don't think Darcy's ever going to come back to that. But
she ain't ever coming back, bro. She went off to Cuckoo Farm, started smoking rock and getting bad plastic surgery.
Well, at least she has the money to pay for it with the residuals, assuming they'll still get paid in the age of Spotify.
I guess. When I went to, just a quick note about Darcy, we saw Smashing Pumpkins a couple weeks ago, right, in KC. But the time before that, which is the first time I saw them, it was like their really big theatrical, the hits tour, right? And they played actually a lot more new stuff. It was like a 3-hour show, but they had all this theatric stuff. And at one point, they had almost like you can think like of like a clergyman going through the crowd with the saint on the thing, and it was clearly supposed to be Darcy, right? Like she had passed or died or whatever, like in memoriam, our old band member who shall not be named. It was really kind of weird, but yeah.
I mean, look, sorry, I lost my train of thought, but yeah, I know, but it just feels weird though. Smashing Pumpkins is now doing the whole, is now doing the nostalgia tour circuit. Mm-hmm. But then you realize, I'm in my 40s. I'm about that age.
They're still putting out albums, man.
Yeah, but but the thing is, there's actually like an iron law. I forget some British music journalist came up with it, and it doesn't apply to everyone, but it does apply to most people in the rock, pop, maybe not hip hop, because there's really different dynamics working in hip hop. Because the local scenes there are incredibly strong, but it's hard. But it can be harder for someone to reach out nationally. But anyway, basically, you have about 3 years where you're really vital for most artists. Now, some people transcend that. I mean, like the Who were vital for like over 12 years. Taylor Swift's still in her imperial phase, but for most musical artists, not artists in other genres, thank God, like definitely not comic book artists, but about 3 years is about all you get, really, as far as being really creative, being your creative peak. And that's just like, and a lot of these artists, is that those 3 years are where they do the work that they're really remembered for. And while they may still may still be creatively active afterwards.
Yeah, it's not their best work, of course.
I mean, look at it this way, Guns N' Roses has been around for.
Check this out. Here's Darcy. Hold on, and
she was.
Here's Darcy.
Oh. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God!
What happened?
Dude,
I'm telling you, crack and plastic surgery. She went out. She went out and bought a horse farm. She went nutty, a little nutty.
I'm fairly certain I've seen that woman squatting by the mobile station near my house.
Wait. Share that again. I want to see the before again because she was hot, dude.
Oh yeah, she was. I used to have the.
She was cute.
You just crush, man.
She was, Gen X manic pixie dream girl turned, plastic, surgery casualty.
Yeah. Veruca Salt got back together and put out an album about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
both the girls, reconciled their differences, got back together.
Yeah.
A couple of songs weren't bad.
But the thing is, who's going to go to the? But anyone who goes to that show is going to want to hear Volcano Girls. Sorry.
Oh, sure.
But no, it's like I'm saying, it's like most bands
either.
Yeah, you have like 3 years where you actually do the stuff you remembered for. I mean, like Guns N' Roses, for example, they had like maybe an album and a half.
No, bro, no way, dude.
Well,
they were legitimate all the way until like they had three or four good albums,
and it was like maybe like 3 or 4 years where they were really good. Then the band was still around, but it was basically Axl Rose's vanity project, and it just went. I mean, I listened.
Post like Duff McKagan and all those guys getting out. Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's like it's like really like so. And the idea is that during those 3 years when you're still coming up, you're still hungry, you're still you haven't been jaded yet, you're still willing to experiment because you don't know what the limits are, so you don't know you can push against them, and then afterwards, and also you're still a new face. I mean, and like if you look at a lot of pop stars, I mean, like look, I was never a fan of Katy Perry. I always thought she looked like Zooey Deschanel on a porn star's body. May God for me, sorry for saying that, but and if anyone's watching, I meant that purely as an observation, and please don't cancel me.
Canceled.
We got canceled a long time ago.
Yeah, but think about it. I mean, but she had like those first 2 albums in like the first 3 years, and then since then she's kind of been a punchline. And it's and it's the same thing like with Smashing Pumpkins. You had like those 3 albums like. That period in the early to mid 90s where they were hot, and then it's like it's basically like Billy Corgan putting stuff out that no one really cares about.
They had 5 albums, right? They had Gish, Pisces Iscariot,
Melancholy,
Siamese Dream, and then what was the one after that? It's not Zeitgeist. It's
I don't remember.
Was it Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness a double album?
Yeah, that was the big double concept album.
I mean, STP had those like what 3 or 4 albums.
I think they had 3.
Then like they were still together, but then after that, Weiland's drug abuse. I mean, you can name like any art, like most artists from most eras, and like really like 3-4 years. 5 at the most is all you really have. That once you get past that point, you either run out of steam or people are tired of you, or
I don't know. I would give credit if you're still advancing your sound in any way, and you can say that about the Smashing Pumpkins. Like their later albums, maybe they're not the best, but Billy always worked to either evolve or change the sound a little bit enough.
I love Billy because I love it because he took all the millions he made from like Smashing Pumpkins and he sunk it into wrestling.
Yeah,
God
sunk it into what?
Wrestling.
Yeah, he bought like new. I think he bought like a New World Order or something like that.
Does he own AEW wrestling?
He owns
AEW.
He owns a piece of something.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's huge in it, man.
And it's like go back and like Bowie, for example. I mean. David Bowie, like once you got past like 1980, he didn't really. He was better known for being David Bowie than for like actually putting stuff out. I guess
his last album was really good.
But he had multiple eras of significance.
Yeah, but the thing is that last album, in these last few years, he basically, I guess, staring death in the face, really like has a way of stirring the juices.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just
no, it's true, man.
I mean, the thing is that was with the problem with at least with the rock bands in the 90s is that so many of them died young. I mean,
heroin was real popular.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like not just Cobain. I mean, think about of like the big 3 grunge bands. They're all gone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cobain's gone. Well, I mean, except for Pearl Jam, and I'm gonna make the argument right now that once you get past like the second or like maybe the second Pearl Jam album, it's like I forget what it's called. It's just like after that it's like really only for the diehards because like they just the only thing I remember from the later Pearl Jam albums is that Todd McFarlane animated one of their videos for Do the
Evolution. It was
Evolution.
really good too.
It was really good, but the song was shit.
I like the song myself. I mean, look, any
band's
like
the Korn video he did.
Oh, yeah, it's good. Any band's got like 3 good albums if you're lucky, right? Good albums. And the bands that persevere and keep putting stuff out, it's always for the diehards. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. I'm really sad because my favorite band, Ween, they canceled a couple shows. They did like a small tour this year. They canceled a couple shows. Not really. Oh, yeah. They said Diener, the guitar player, they just need to work on mental health, right? And then they were supposed to have the 30th anniversary of Chocolate and Cheese in Philadelphia, which is like a homecoming show, big show. They just canceled everything, citing Diener's mental health, and said they don't see themselves touring for the foreseeable future. So, man, I'm gutted.
Yeah, you know what? Dean Ween wrote one of the greatest kiss-off songs ever, Mercedes-Benz. It's just him repeating the same lyric over and over, like, you know, basically he's basically telling some guy, when you're my fair weather friend, you can have a job polishing the wheels of my Mercedes Benz, and it's just like it's just laid over like one of the slickest guitar riffs ever.
Dude, he's one of the most underrated guitarists out there.
Yeah, I don't know,
honestly,
man. I don't know, man. I miss most of the early 2000s like garage rock post revival bands, like, you know, the Strokes, the White Stripes, all the indie bands. I mean, I like the Arcade Fire. Even I like the Arcade Fire, especially their first album. After that, I just kind of think like they just screwed up their own asses. Strokes, they sound like guys who really want to be the Ramones. That's I mean, even the way, not just the way they look, but the way they sound is like, you get the feeling that these kids really wish they were like Joey Ramone and his and all the others.
Yeah, I never got into Strokes or the Killers, really. Just didn't.
Yeah, I
Killers are okay. I mean, they're
man, they were playing in Vegas. It was like $700 tickets.
Yeah, well,
when I was there.
No thanks.
But you know, that's the thing, though. I mean, they're still together. They're still playing, so more power to them. I mean, but like I said, though, it's like not
remember. I was going to say, remember when you could see like huge mega bands like Metallica for $25?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think like Taylor Swift tickets are going for like $1,000 a pop for you know, for floor seats, and like she's playing in arenas. Listen, for those of you who have like young daughters, I don't see the appeal. I mean, to my mind, she's like, okay, she's very pretty. She's very blonde. Yes, she started out in country music, and I can still hear a little bit in there, but how's she any different from any other, like, you know, young female pop star who's going to be here today and gone tomorrow?
Because she writes and owns her own shit. And she owns all of her ticket sales. She owns her businesses, and she's a self-made billionaire.
Well, no, I guess
she knows knows what her audience likes.
Yeah.
And she gives them that.
Yeah, that's true.
She understands who her fans are and makes no apologies for it.
That's true. Very, very, very true.
And that's, people want to say she's stupid. She's anything but stupid.
She's anything but, man. Like every single fan at that concert, I guarantee you, when they go, they feel like they're having a personal one-on-one moment with her, because that's the way she designs everything in her fandom, right? Yep. Everything that she does, it's always like there's lots of us, but it's me and you, right? And it's super smart, and I believe it's genuine too, most likely. So I actually have respect. I heard a song on the radio I liked the other day. Didn't know it was her, actually.
She's a straight up sociopath, and she knows it.
Sure, yeah.
Well, and she's self-aware. She's not, and she knows what she's doing.
I don't know. Look, guys, I hate to say it, but I'm basically an old school rockist. So, I mean, outside of that field, I despite my best efforts, I turn into a snob. But I don't know. I mean, look, I don't have anything against Taylor Swift. Like, just not my kind of music. But I can see her.
But I give credit.
Me neither.
I mean, she's going to be around. She'll be like Diana Ross. You know, it's like still selling out stadiums when she's in her 70s and singing songs about teenage heartbreak, which, well, whatever. But
she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I mean,
like everything she does is calculated.
I mean, Katy Perry, on the other hand, I don't think she really is going to have a comeback.
Katy Perry can't actually sing. Have you ever heard?
Here's the deal. She's married to Orlando Bloom. She's set. She's good.
None of that. Well, Katy Perry isn't real. So
no.
Like you know how you know who she is?
Yeah, she started out as a as like a Christian folk rock singer and put out her own album. And from what I'm told, it wasn't terrible, but it didn't set the world on fire. And then she basically hooked up with Max Martin, the guy who wrote Britney Spears songs, and basically really sexed up her image. And
she's manufactured.
Katy Perry is the niece of. I'm pretty sure it's Katy Perry. She's the niece of one of the top gallerists in London. Blue chip, like Gagosian level, like massive. The guy that made Damien Hirst, and they had an affair. He cheated on his wife with her. And I mean, he hangs out with princes and kings and queens and all kinds of shit. Your next thing you know, she has a record deal. Saying.
Well, it's like Lana Del Rey. Like her dad's like a real estate developer, either from like upstate New York or New Jersey. I can't remember which.
That's how it works.
But no, it's but like getting back to the original point. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, look, the boomers are gonna be rocking out to. Look, I have a feeling that when we're all old men, they're gonna be wheeling out like a clone of Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, like actual clones. Like, I'm fairly certain that somewhere that there's actually tanks filled with like Mick Jagger and Keith Richards clones, and then when the originals die, they'll upload their brains into the new bodies, and they'll come back out, and like 1,000 years from now, when aliens come to the Earth to examine and sum up the sum total of human civilization. We'll bring out like the 15th iteration of Mick Jagger and Keith Richards to play Street Fighting Man.
Dude, think about this. Okay, Mick Jagger's still out there running around on the stage doing his thing.
Yeah.
Right. Check. Mick Jagger and Joe Biden are the same age.
That's nuts.
Oh God!
No shit.
Insane.
I'm sad though because apparently the Who are no longer touring because they really can't afford it anymore. Apparently, it's just that touring's gotten too expensive for them to go overseas anymore. Plus, I think like Roger Daltrey's like the same age as Biden as well, and he wants to stay home and I don't know, yell at the television.
Well, I can imagine that touring is like a nightmare when you're older. So.
Well, actually, no. I mean, I actually heard. I got his autobiography on Audible, and he narrates it himself. And it's like that accent is like pure magic. But he makes a point in his autobiography that actually the way it works is like you have to have a minimum of 15 shows because the first 10 shows pay for everything. You're in the red until that 10th show, and then only after that do you actually start making profit. And the thing is that that's assuming that your shows sell out. I mean, it's the Who, so they're going to sell out. But I guess at their age, and I mean, look at it this way. I mean, Oasis is getting back together, so I think people are taking bets on how long that's going to last.
There was a funny ass tweet, and I don't know if it's Noel or Liam, and he's like, "Look at this shite. He's making coffee. He's like, I have to do this shit for myself." He's like, "I used to have 4 people do it. One for here, one for here." It's like coffee, sugar, cream, whatever. It's like I'm so poor, I've got to do it myself. Like no illusions as to why they're touring again.
Yeah, well, they need the money. Who doesn't know?
Are they really broke? How do you spend that kind of cash, man? They gotta be loaded.
Coke, fast cars, living that life. That's how those guys are.
Well, actually, I think Noel Gallagher just got divorced. So.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah. He split up with his third wife. I don't know. I mean, look. I mean, but what I mean. Yeah, look, like the Britpop guy, the people in Britain, they, all the Britpop stars are still around, and they'll be doing reunion tours for like Blur got back together, and Oasis. I mean, there's all those other bands, but here in the States, I mean, all the grunge guys are dead, and the ones that survive are douchebags or just sold out long ago. I mean, I like Billy Corgan, but I don't he's trying to do the nostalgia towards. He might be able to pull it off, but I think he's just he's too arty for the nostalgia, for a general audience.
I don't know, man. Oh, I saw him 2 weeks ago. They slayed, and they've got a new guitarist, an extra guitarist, and she's like incredible. It was an awesome show.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think Darcy ain't coming back.
She's never coming back. Well, they had a different bassist too, and he's really good.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just waiting for Courtney Love to get the band back together. Because on that day, a portal to the Elder Realm will open in the sky, and tentacles will come down. With eye stalks, and Cthulhu will rise from the sea. And when we ask him why, he says, because I can't hear this shit again.
Yeah, she ran out of all the songs Kurt wrote for her, so I don't think she'll be back.
Although the first album was really good, but
because I think Kurt wrote a lot of that with her.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like like the 3-year rule. It does apply to the 3-album rule, I guess. But maybe that better describe it. So I remember when I was in college in '90s, late '90s, like '95 to '99. I graduated in '99, and this is like right, like the all rock boom in that time. It didn't really last very long. I mean, it was like '91 for like '93, really, and after that, a lot of the bands broke up. A lot of the people died. Then you had like a lot of the alternative bands that followed were basically like, by that point it had become a formula, and the record industry was like shit and stuff was like basically like cranking it out. Then at the same time we had all the boy bands coming up. But we got the guys one year who did the theme song for Friends. Remember that movie? You remember that show?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had them at my college. The next year, we wised up and we got George Clinton.
Yeah,
nice.
It was very nice. Although I walked out in the middle of it, and I still don't know why to this day. I just think I just couldn't stand the smell of weed in there.
Yeah.
I mean, the campus security wasn't even trying to like do something about it.
I watched the Motherland once, man.
Oh, I'm so envious. Yeah, they don't have that in our shitty little college gym. That would have been awesome.
It was like the last tour that they ever used. It was the Smoke and Grooves tour. It was like 1996, and it was P-Funk, Cypress Hill, like Erykah Badu, The Roots. Outkast plays some shows, but not ours.
God,
wait, what? I think I might have seen the same thing, man.
It was an awesome lineup.
This was a tour, yeah.
Yeah. Like 96.
P-Funk and Outkast on the same bill. How did the world not crack from the weight of that much coolness?
Yeah, they weren't at our stop, unfortunately. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find the.
Well, the reason I mentioned is that same year was the year Napster came out, and I remember this because we had a computer lab in my dorm. It was like those old Windows, like first generation Windows with like internet connection went into the phone lines, AOL, all that stuff. The year we all discovered internet porn, for better and for worse, mostly for worse. But so I remember like halfway through that year, a decree came down from like the dean's office saying that no one could use Napster on any of the computers anymore because so many songs are being downloaded that it was literally like literally they were running out of memory on the college servers.
Damn.
And of course there was this one kid in there. There was that one kid. I forget his name. He was like this guy was like, think of the stereotypical dweeb from an 80s like high school movie. Kind of like paunchy, big thick glasses, hunched over, pudgy face. This was that guy. I mean, he literally looked like that. And I swear, I walked out to class at like 6 a.m. He was in the computer lab, basically in like his underwear and like a white beater, playing a MUD, it's like a multi-user dungeon, like one of those text-based role-playing games. I come back 12 hours later, he's in the same chair, same clothes, only a lot sweatier now, still playing it. Hey, whatever your name is, how you doing? Okay. Go in my room, go to bed, get up the next morning, go back out there. He's still out there, just playing. And I'm thinking at the time, has this guy eaten, sleeping, or even gone to the bathroom? And if he's done the latter, do I really want to look in the waste paper basket?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. So fun times in the 90s. I miss them.
Hey, Todd.
Yo.
Did you hear that flute shit album Andre 3000 put out?
I never heard it. I want to, man.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy good. I mean, it's interesting.
I was like, what?
I mean, look, I love his hip hop shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I can't lie, but I mean, can't front on a guy like the dude. The dude just like, screw it. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I heard some of it. I was just like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Man, one of the best Key and Peele sketches is this Outcast reunion sketch. I wish we could watch it and not get boo-booed by YouTube. It's so fucking hilarious. I love those dudes so much. Check it out sometime though. Key and Peele Outcast. It's super funny, man.
I have to look
Those
it
guys
up.
are so good.
Huh?
Those guys were so good.
They were so good.
Sorry, we got a big storm. I don't know if you can hear that outside.
Nope.
Yeah, I heard it.
A little bit.
Okay, so I found for our Smoking Grooves, it was P-Funk. Hold on a second, because that must have been a different year because P-Funk's not on that one. Yeah, so in like George Clinton, Cypress Hill, Erykah Badu, Brand New Heavies, The Roots, Foxy Brown. Pretty badass though.
That's awesome.
We got super high, man. We rolled a giant doobie and brought it into this like outdoor amphitheater thing.
So good.
Yeah.
Makes me think of that movie PCU.
100%. I love that film too, but that's such a good film.
Jeremy Piven used to be so funny, dude.
Dude, he's so funny. I really like Entourage too. I never finished it, but I love Entourage.
The last few seasons kind of like lose. They're running out of steam.
Yeah, I know, but I still like the show.
Well, I actually have a story about PCU. Actually, I might have told this before. If I have, please, then you can tell me to shut up.
It's another one of those movies that turned out to be prophetic, dude.
It's scarily prophetic.
Like Idiocracy.
But so I think my sophomore year, someone like the first day of school, someone broke into the little cupboard on the dorm floor where they had all the cable hookups, and they turned on the cable hookup for every single room in the building, and no one caught on for months. So for that first semester, we all had free basic cable, and free HBO. And PCU was on heavy rotation then. It's every day was playing at least once. I think that's the reason why we got P-Funk because they were in that movie.
Yeah,
it was funny. Jeremy Piven was it. It was like a 90s takeoff on Animal House.
Yeah.
I mean, although I have to say it's probably aged better than Animal House as I watched that again.
Yeah, it's even more true today.
Yeah, well, whereas Animal House is this hasn't really aged very well. It's funny, but it's
There's some movies that have become almost prophetic, or they're still true, or I consider them almost a documentary more than a movie. Because something about it is way too true. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's PCU, Waiting, and Idiocracy.
Yeah.
When I had a bunch of roommates, they all worked in the service industry. They were all waiters at places like Bennigan's Chili's, shit like those type of restaurants.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm I know every one of these assholes. It's like this in every one restaurant. It changes which person is that guy, Some places the cook is that dude. But that's every one of those restaurants. That's what the crew was like.
Mm-hmm. Totally, man. I spent 20 plus years in that industry.
Yeah, it's like watching Waiting. I'm like, not only do we know all these guys, we live with 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's fucking hysterical.
Yeah, bro. Restaurant life is something else, dude. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, did you guys ever read Kitchen Confidential?
No.
Well, it's like it was like the book that made Anthony. That basically, before Anthony Bourdain, the late Tony Anthony Bourdain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before that book, he was just like another cook and another chef in the New York scene who'd been working there for like 20 years. He kicked heroin. He had a coke habit, and he kicked it. He started writing articles about what it was actually like to be a chef, and then he just took those articles, wrote a book about it, and that's. Remember that, before I guess before the 90s, like being a cook, wasn't considered, for lack of a better term, manly, But it was like Bourdain. It wasn't something that, like the average guy could do and not take shit about it. If you know what I mean. It was like being a ballet dancer. At least that's how I remember it. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. But when he wrote that book, though, it kind of like showed that, dudes can do this, and it can be a, for lack of a better term, a dudely thing to do, or a broy thing to do, because
I get you, because like the only male cooking shows I can remember before that were on PBS. There was a Cajun dude, and then there was the Frugal Gourmet.
Justin Wilson,
yeah,
dude, he was amazing.
There was also Yan Can Cook.
Oh yeah, Yan Can Cook. Yeah.
I mean, he was, but no, it's like then after that, after Anthony Bourdain, that's when you got like the Hell's Kitchen, the British guy who screams at people.
Oh God, that guy! I would not listen to a thing that dude says.
Well, that's the funny thing, because like he does other videos where he's actually really, really mellow.
No, it's not because of that. It's because he criticizes other people's food, yet he has a brand of those those microwave box dinners on the shelf.
Yeah.
It's like, screw you, dude. You put your face on that type of hot trash, and then want to criticize other people's food? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, well.
Because have you ever eaten one of those, a microwave box dinner that wasn't hot garbage?
Yeah.
The best ones you've ever had in your life are barely edible.
Well, it's like frozen pizza, Yes, you follow the instructions, but no matter how well I've done it, I always end up with like a crust that's basically like concrete. You can like literally use.
Oh, you want to make a pizza at home? That's fucking awesome.
Sure. I mean, I can't eat a pizza anymore, but yeah, all right, I'll buy.
Buy the bakery Italian bread. Cut it in half and bake a pizza on that. Put tomato sauce, cheese, whatever toppings you want. Garlic butter. Put garlic butter on it first. Then put your sauce, your cheese, pepperoni, salami, whatever you want on it, and bake that for like 15 minutes, dude. That shit is awesome. It's way better than anything you're going to get frozen at the supermarket.
True.
Yeah, well,
true enough.
Although, I mean, I like Publix's subs, but apparently they're being investigated by some government agency for price gouging. So a little bit leery about that now.
Their subs are good.
Their subs are very good.
It's because they use Boar's Head, who's had a big listeria.
Listeria, yeah, man.
Dude, I love Publix because it's the only place around here I can go to get Capicola. So I have to drive, to another 30 minutes to another town, north or south, if I want Capicola. But I'm still going to buy it.
What's Capicola? I don't even know.
It's a gabagool. It's a spiced Italian ham.
Okay.
Whenever you're watching some like Sopranos, and like, oh yeah, get some gabagool. It's capicola.
It's
It's a spiced Italian ham. It's really good.
Really good with provolone in a sandwich.
Okay.
Woo! Get some pastrami, some capicola, some Genoa salami. Oh my god.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to Japan in a couple of months. Well, 3 months actually. Oh, 2 months actually. I'm wondering, I'm going there to see my mom mostly, but I'm going to take at least a couple of days to like look at all the crazy Tokyo pop culture stuff. So if anyone has a list of stuff they want me to bring back, as long as it doesn't get me arrested or put on a list, happy to do it.
Oh, I'm out.
Yeah. Can't bring me back a cat maid from the maid bar.
Yeah.
Or if you want me to bring back used Squirrel panties, I'm gonna have to pass on that because honestly, the less the less the FBI knows about me, the better.
Okay.
But
they already know anything they want to know. If your computer is connected to power and the internet, you can even turn it off and they can get in it.
Even your phone, man, and it doesn't have to be on.
It doesn't have to be on. They have backup stuff in everything now. It's mandatory. They put it in there.
That's why the Telegram guy's getting in shit because he refuses to put backdoors in his software.
Yeah.
Look,
it's not about any other shit.
Well, I'm gonna be walking along Akihabara, the part of Tokyo where all the cool gadgets are.
Yeah.
But honestly, anything manga related, just tell me what to look out for. You guys know, you probably know more about than I do.
Shout out to MK. What's up, MK? He's working tonight. He says Gordon Ramsay. He was a footballer originally. I know. That's kind of cool. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. It's just I don't trust him on what's good or not if he's putting his face on TV dinners.
Well,
dude, your integrity when it comes to what's good, you just sold it.
It would sell off the shelves if it was like his face on a TV dinner and it was like, this is shit, or like
one of his weird
right one of his weird catchphrases where he's just like,
oh sure,
you're a monkey or whatever,
yeah. See, okay, that I would understand.
I watched him de-meat a crab once, or wait, it was a lobster. Can't remember if it was a lobster or a crab. It has been a lobster on one of the competition shows. And he's like, watch me and then do exactly what I do. And he's like, bump, 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 bump. That dude pulled every possible piece of meat out perfectly from this lobster, placed it in the correct, anatomical direction, and then like put the shell back over it to like for a presentation. It was probably one of the most incredible things I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, it's a skill.
100%.
Yeah, dude's amazing.
But he's cool because he was an English guy that wanted to do French cooking and went to France, and they were all like, blah, 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 you can't do this shit. And he's like, try me. And he kept knocking on the door, and he kept knocking on the door, and he kept knocking on the door until finally someone gave him a chance to prove himself. And then he was one of like the first, however many star French trained chefs from outside of France in so many years. Right. That's why I got to give him some respect there.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But yeah, I feel what you're saying too. Hey man, got to make that money.
Got to.
Yeah. When I was growing up, my dad was a short order cook in like Waffle House and stuff.
And dude, I got respect for that.
Yeah, dude.
They don't write shit down.
Well,
yeah, dude, he was good, dude. Oh my god.
I'm a donkey sandwich. That's the classic. Yeah.
I'm a donkey sandwich.
Look, yesterday I went out for lunch, at Waffle House, the one down my street. When I moved here, you could get like a like a full sandwich there, like lunch there with a drink for like $10 to $12. My bill yesterday was like at like $19.20. Fucking inflation, man. When you're paying through the nose to eat at a Waffle House.
Yeah. This was in the late 70s, early 80s when my dad was doing it, and up until the very early 90s, he did some of it too. But he would be a short order cook or some places he was a manager. Sometimes he was like the GM.
Mhm.
Like when my dad was like the GM, man, if he walked in a place and like the cook was drunk or something, he would fire him right then and cook the shift.
Right.
And they would always give him like the troubled stores that were real rough and had a lot of problems. Because my dad was 6'2" and like a Vietnam vet and like a big scary dude.
Right.
So he would go in there and fix their shit.
Yeah.
Turn the store around, get it making money again.
Your dad was the most intimidating thing I ever met.
He could be. He really could. He did not have a sense of humor till after the heart attacks and the cancer. Like my whole life is like Dad doesn't have a sense of humor. Then he had one after that.
That's pretty good.
After you know, because after then, that's when he started getting help for the PTSD from Nam. That's we got a lot closer after that. He was a
weird
good
how
dude.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah. He was a good dude.
Yeah,
he always meant well. It's just he was scary as shit.
Yeah, he was a good dude.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm. Hey, Andrew. What are you doing over there?
He's building a rack or something for a camera or some shit.
Already finished that.
Oh, there you go.
Now I'm cutting spacers for my card collection that I'm working in, my newest card collection.
Oh.
The new Disney Lorcana set came out, Shimmering Skies, and I'm working on a complete set of that. And I need spacers for all the cards I don't have.
Do you have anything to show us?
That's weird.
Nope, nothing to show you this week.
Well, you had a comic book question to ask, remember? You wanted to wait.
Oh! Has anybody been following the drama of the absolute Batman symbol?
It's an axe. It's an axe.
It's an axe.
and in one of the Batman titles, I don't know if it's in continuity or not, but they're getting rid of Wayne Enterprises.
That's this one, right? As I understand it, this Ultimate.
Well, yeah,
universe.
He has no Butler, he has no Fortune, no Wayne Tech. He's a civil servant,
and he has real wings. Whatever that drawing Todd posted it, or whatever Todd posted in the server, he's got like these wingy ding things on the end of his arms, as if because bat wings are actually their fingers, right? Their hands. Did you see it? Hold on.
Yeah, we'll have to see when it comes out.
Either that, or he's just got some long. I don't know.
Honestly, it's just a new take on Batman.
Yeah.
I meant to ask last week, did anybody watch Batman Cape Crusader?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I've lost all interest. I'm not going to watch it.
I was thoroughly surprised and enjoyed the hell out of it. The animation was fantastic. The character designs were really good. The changes they made, the Penguin being the biggest one, Two-Face being another big one, didn't bother me at all because they kind of stayed true to the characters. Overall, there was one really, really sad episode with Firefly in it, or Firebug, or whatever he went by. That was a really sad
Is the
story.
Bruce Timm thing?
This is based on his style.
Okay.
But he was like one of the executive producers. He wasn't like designer or anything.
Yeah.
But he had J.J. Abrams and what's his name, Matt Reeves, were also executive producers. And I thoroughly enjoyed the season. Enjoyed it a lot. I thought Catwoman was done great. She looked awesome. The changes that they made to a lot of the characters, like Barbara Gordon, Montoya, Harley Quinn. Even the Harley Quinn thing didn't bother me at all. It was just a different take on the characters. And, you know,
you can think of it as an Elseworld.
Exactly. I'm not a Batman purist where if you don't have everything exactly the way it should be, if you can't tell a story within the Batman universe, you're a waste of time and a piece of crap. No, this is something different, and it's the animation was fantastic.
Plus, characters have been retconned so many times.
Well,
and not to mention, I mean, if you want to use Clayface, which Clayface?
Well, they did use Clayface.
Yeah, I know, but they're using like the first one.
The first one, yeah, the original,
yeah.
The one that does not shape change all over the place. It's just his face that he could change. And his story was very sad and as it should be. But I mean, there was so much about it that I enjoyed. You know?
I'll check it out. I started the Isekai. The Batman Isekai.
I rented that movie, The Watchers. It wasn't too bad. It's not kind of you don't need to watch it a second time, but it wasn't terrible.
MK says DCRIP. Yeah, it's not bad. He said Oswalda with her sons took a little bit, but she was brutal.
Well, the thing about her character, sorry, go ahead.
And then making him a blue collar brickish house, no bridge too far.
Well, the character that they introduce, Oswalda, which is the penguin, a female penguin. When you're first introduced to her, she's like all flirty and cute, and you're like, oh my God, they're taking this character in such a horrible direction. And then behind the scenes, she's vicious. She is exactly what you imagine the penguin would be when it comes to being cruel and vindictive and just nasty. And it was like, okay, I got it. I see it. I'm good with it. Keep going. So, I mean, she did something in her first appearance when you first see her, and she's all walking around the dance floor. Everybody's yay, and you're like, oh God, this is horrible. And then behind the scenes, her true face comes out, and she is. Do you remember in the Batman movie, Batman Returns, how Danny DeVito played the Penguin, where he was just like creepy and gross, and it was. Yeah, but he was still vindicious. You know what I mean? She's that. You see that side of her, and that's the penguin right there. That's perfect. So I enjoyed it. I recommend if you get an opportunity to watch it. Make an opinion afterwards. So.
MK says, yeah, lol, the suitcase thing, yeah.
Well, my all-time favorite character, as everybody knows, is Batgirl. Yeah. And Barbara Gordon, her character was different, but there was a lot about this new version of Batgirl, or as Barbara Gordon, she's not Batgirl yet. She hasn't even looked in that direction. But there's much about her that I like. Mm-hmm. So
I want to know what's going on with this. So he's got spikes on his cowl and his shoulders, like Mutant Football League, shoulder pads. And then I just don't understand what these wingy dings are.
Well, we haven't seen him in action yet.
Yeah, I know.
We'll find out.
Cool. Well, they're calling him Batman Omega Red, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. But look, man, I don't even get what's up with this art. Got some thunder thighs, big ass boots, itty bitty head.
This is Nick Dagoda. That's his style. I mean,
it looks like an extreme take on like Tim Sale.
Yeah, but he's extreme in almost all of his art that he does. You know, he takes it to this extreme case in almost everything. So we'll see. We will see.
Guess.
I'm not I don't have high hopes.
Yeah.
And is Superman homeless? Is that what I read? Or it's Superman's homeless?
Superman's homeless?
I hadn't heard that, but that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I don't even flinch. Like, okay. Sounds like something that would happen, apparently.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
I think Hickman is writing Superman, and then they got Kelly Thompson to write Wonder Woman. It's like, oh, you lost me.
Yeah, that's the article. Is like Superman without a home, Wonder Woman without her island.
Right.
Yeah,
I like the fact that she's got tattoos down on her shoulder and sleeve. I don't know if she has more of them.
I haven't seen the.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks interesting. But we'll see.
What's the universe called? It's like DC. What? It's like
Absolute.
It's not Ultimate.
It's the Absolute. Yeah. They're doing a crossover series right now called Absolute Power, and this is something that's going to come out of that. But it is a whole new world. It's a different world, so we'll see.
Oh, I see the tattoos now. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. That's
Tattoos
definitely a different take on her, so we'll see.
Yeah.
MK says, are they just burning the effing building down and walking away from the property?
No, they're going in a different direction, but they're trying to make a splash with it. And
A
we'll
different
see.
direction.
Supposedly there's more Absolute series on the horizon. They're just starting with these 3, and we'll see.
At a certain point, though, I'm starting to formulate a theory on sort of the great ending of modern popular culture. Like, I'm starting to have a theory that you have in monetary theory. 10K says Ted Bundy went into a different direction. In another direction. Yeah. Like in monetary theory and in crypto, we talk a lot about the end of fiat, right? So throughout all of history, paper currency has a cycle of about 200 years. And this all of human history. It's never lasted beyond that. We're actually the first to pass that, and we're at like 240, 250 years, something like that with paper currency. And of course it's kind of dying and whatever. I am starting to believe that type of theory also transcends to popular culture IP, because we've had like God level pop culture properties, Star Wars, the Marvel Universe, just tons of Marvel characters, all this kind of Doctor Who, like Star Trek, like all these things that have pretty much been for like 100 years, in many cases. And I'm starting to think that we're hitting that inflection point where like fiat currency, there's a point at which popular culture, where the people who care about it and love it are so separate, either dead because it's been 100 years, or they're so separated from it because now they're just consumers, and the people who are now in charge of it don't have that same tie. They're not brought into the system by the original creators or apprentices of the original creators, right? That they don't have the same vibe and the same feel, and they lose touch. And I'm starting to think, and it doesn't mean it's the end of the properties. I think it actually, given enough time, like a couple hundred years or whatever, you're going to see ebbs and flows, right? We're just in the dip of all of this stuff. And so we're in this dip of like Doctor Who and Star Trek and all these properties that started off not necessarily at the exact same time, but in the context of timeline, pretty much the exact same fucking time. And now we're in that dip where no one knows what the fuck to do with it, and everyone thinks that everything has been done because they're just creatively bankrupt and they don't really have a vibe for the characters. And that's also why I think we have a huge opportunity, right? Like crypto is to fiat what Web3 IP is to traditional IP, I think it's really, I don't know, I'm still formulating it, so I don't know if I can explain it clearly, but
makes sense.
Well, that's kind of cool looking. Is that Jim Lee?
Yep.
Yeah, that's not bad. What is that?
I think it's a variant cover.
The new Superman?
Yeah, the new Superman.
That's kind of, I mean,
everything I see, everything that he has these glowy things going on.
He looks, he definitely looks different.
Like sketches, he's got this glowing arm and side happening.
He's got this weird haircut.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is
Click on that. Let's see that large.
Floppy hair. No, hold on.
I am
There
Superman.
we go. Yeah, and he's got like stubble. Yeah, that's pretty lame, man.
I'm totally straight.
Yeah.
That's not the best.
Yeah.
No. But this is kind of cool. I mean, it's Jim Lee, whatever, but it's still
Jim Lee doesn't draw bad, so anything he does is gonna look kind of cool.
Yeah.
Even the worst thing is gonna look kind of dope. So
yeah, I'm still not I'm just really not. Here's these tattoos.
Yeah. DC's always had a problem in my mind, and I've always been a Marvel person, so yeah, that bat signal is trash.
What is that? I mean,
it looks like you ran over a bat with a car.
It's like someone covered it up with duct tape.
Yeah, it's a duct tape.
It's like the bat. It's like it's censored.
Look, here you go. Here's an axe.
Yeah.
A literal axe.
Oh, yeah. He carries a pole thing that attaches.
So that's really.
The symbol comes off. It
looks like an axe. Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a bat signal. Wait, that axe symbol is on his chest?
It doesn't look like an axe. It is an axe.
That doesn't make sense.
The black symbol that's on his chest is like the axe head. He takes it off, and then you see underneath it, that's the like the bulletproof chainmail that's underneath it.
That's just shitty toy design. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Look, bros. Yeah. Okay, an axe needs to be flat to swing it. Your chest is not flat. So how does that work?
Where does he get the stick for the axe?
Also a good question, Dusty.
Telescoping.
Well, that comes out of his ass. Come on.
Yeah. Telescoping butt plug.
Come on. We obviously know where that's.
I don't get the spikes.
This is made by people who don't actually love the characters. That's the only explanation. It's
You're not wrong.
This is,
Plus, you need like a center, thing for the post. So, how's that work? I just want to know. I really want to know.
Trying to find.
I'm intrigued. I've never been I have no, big DC guy for me to give a shit. I just find this character design really weird.
Imagine wearing a skin tight outfit,
right?
That has, I don't know, a 20-pound plate on the chest.
Right. It's got to be right because he doesn't have tech. He can't have carbon fiber, composite, super tensile strength. Research whatever materials. He's a regular Joe, right? So it's Avery Wright's going to be like a 20-pound fucking sledge.
Plate.
Yeah.
It's a 20-pound plate on his chest.
MK says, "Bring on Hero and AF."
Yeah.
Like how do you move well with that on there? No matter how strong you are, that's going to move. That's going to flop around. It's going to shift.
Nah, dude. Now you know why he's taking it off, because he has to fucking breathe.
Yeah.
He's wheezing and shit.
Yeah. Plus the magnets that you need to keep it on. So if you don't have tech, okay, you don't have electronic, whatever magic shit, like the cape that gets stiff when you put the electric charge, whatever. So you got to have a piece of metal and some way to stick it to your costume. And so if that's magnets and iron, that shit's gonna get rusty in the rain, dog.
It's such a bad idea. It's like Batman's had some pretty extraordinary, crazy gadgets.
Yeah. But now he's got an axe and some Rust-Oleum.
This is the dumbest thing ever. This is 1990s Batman toy level of stupid. Like they would do those versions of Batman you've never seen before with
those were horrible.
and weird accessories.
You're right.
Like this is as dumb as that new toy of Batman riding a robot dinosaur.
Right. Or you could have put this in the post backbreaking storyline and just added him in with Azrael and all the other whack job characters that they made up to take the mantle.
Azrael makes more sense than this.
Sure. But I'm talking design wise. I mean, it fits with that design.
You know what? And I think I know what Doc is saying. You know, to me, it reminds me of. I mean, I love him, but I hate him because he's so stupid. Strife.
Wow.
There's so many spikes. Like the guy can't turn his head. Like,
yeah. You wouldn't be able to move in that outfit.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
I mean, I'm just trying to think like, okay, he's a regular dude. He's got some football pads, and then he hot glued some, or maybe he drilled some like nails up into him.
Like it would make more sense if this was just a version of Batman that wore a plate carrier.
Yeah.
That's true, man. Which is actually, kind of why I like the Batman design, because it looked more like that. Looked more like early stage, looked like shit he just put together. And it had that kind of feel to it. I like that costume design.
An average Joe who became a Batman would be like the Punisher in a Batman outfit. That's more believable.
Right.
He would wear a plate carrier and have to use guns. And
they have some of those real life superhero dudes in New York. Oh, this guy, here he is, Phoenix Jones. That's his name. Hold on. I guess he is in Seattle. Hold on. Where's this shit? This guy actually patrols the streets. He actually has a costume. Wow. A costume. Let's see if I can. But there were some other dudes I was thinking of that were more like, brawlers. Brawler looking dudes. Yeah, hold on. Todd, pop this up. You ever seen this guy? This is a real dude.
What are we sharing? I don't. Oh, here.
This is a. Hold on.
No.
This is a real dude.
Oh no. I was always wondering when some dumbass would do this for real.
He's a mixed martial artist.
To get his ass kicked.
I don't know what his story is. What's his story?
We should send him into Denver, Colorado.
Oh my God, the gang's taking over an apartment building video?
Yeah, let's go for it. Send him in.
Oh, he initially was wearing a ski mask to intervene in a public assault. He later developed a costume.
Great.
Yeah. You could end up in prison in New York doing that real quick.
Yeah. No, you don't stop crime in New York. Don't do that.
Yeah. You're the one that'll end up in jail.
100%. Oh man, I'm getting. There's a signature sale coming up at Heritage, and I'm getting like all the juicy pages for next week.
Nice,
bro. They're selling John Buscema's cover to Wolverine #1.
Show.
You want me to show it to you?
Show me.
There's a bunch. God, there's so many good pages. These I
need to check and see if there's any new facsimile editions out with like the prism or the foil covers. I love those.
Here's a teaser for next week.
Yeah, because I have the foil cover of that. They did a facsimile edition. Yeah. Dude, that's just so good.
Look how gestural that shit is.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous, man. Absolutely gorgeous. These guys down here. Isn't that crazy?
Dude.
That's just crazy good.
Just like, look at the way that guy's legs bent because he's just crumpled.
Yeah, dude. Completely real. But totally stylized and completely him. That's why they call him Michelangelo Comics, dude.
Yeah.
And Wolverine's just standing over the fucking bodies.
Yeah, standing on a heap. So good.
So fucking good. Yeah, there's a whole.
Look at the little razor blade marks and the shine off of his claw.
Yeah.
I could never get that right. The razor blade to skip like that perfectly.
Yeah, I know, man. It's impossible. It's too hard.
I don't think the paper's the same. The paper and the ink is not the same.
No, it's different techniques now, right?
Yeah, and it's so hard to get the materials to react the way that they could get them to, because the steel is changed in the pen nibs, the hairs and the brushes have changed. Even if you buy the same brands, they've changed it. They've changed the paper. Nothing's the same.
There's a couple of Dave McKean pages for sale. Arkham Asylum.
I want to see
Frank Miller, Klaus Janson, Daredevils. Dude, wow.
It's juicy, huh? It's good.
Yeah, hold on, I'll show it to you. I very rarely see an Arkham Asylum or a Dave McKean, let alone an Arkham Asylum page. Did you ever get a Dave McKean doc?
I don't think so.
So good.
That Two-Face dude.
Yep. He did all the Sandman covers.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Look at that, dude. God, so good. Gorgeous, man. Completely redefines what comic art is.
Yeah. The Black Orchid thing he did was good.
There's something that I used to. Surely.
I like that movie he did, Mirror Masks.
Oh, dude, yes, that's good. That's him and Neil Gaiman, though, isn't it? Gaiman?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I never saw that. Was it good?
Yeah, it's good.
It's okay. You know how his art's a mix of drawing, painting, photographs, and 3D?
I remember the trailer. It looked exactly like his work.
It's his artwork moving.
Yeah. Jim Henson produced.
Yeah. Okay. It's Dave McKean's artwork moving.
That's the second. No, go ahead. That's the second time I've heard Mirror Mask mentioned in like less than a week.
If you're a fan of Dave McKean, you have to watch that movie. Is it like the best story you've ever seen? No. It's very much a through the looking glass kind of thing. But it's just Dave McKean's artwork moving.
Yeah. Oh, my wife's calling me.
That's what makes it amazing.
That's pretty cool. There's always like a Mark Silvestri Wolverine page up for sale.
Ooh. Somebody's retiring. Because imagine if you bought that back in the day for like $1,000 and you're selling it for like 10, 20 grand.
Oh, more than that, bro. The starting. Yeah, these things sell now. Like it's a completely different market. Like I used to buy some original art, but I can't even get in.
Just imagine if we had a little bit of money in the 90s when we were like 18 going to conventions.
You wouldn't be working now. Like you wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Like literally if you had dropped 10 grand in original art back in the 90s from the right people, you would be a millionaire today.
Easily. It's crazy, man. Well, we always knew it was valuable.
We had no idea it would be this much.
No. It's so much money, man. It's awesome. It's really cool. I'm glad it's important. It really is important. It has to.
Yeah.
It has to be. You know? I just want all the comics. I want all of them. Just give them all to me.
Even the ones I don't really want, I want them.
I know. Me too. I'm starting to collect like cover images because I'm getting inspired for our shit.
Oh yeah.
I got some.
I want to do a painted comic so bad. But God, how long would that take? But I still want to do it.
I know you were working on one for a while. Yeah, yeah, we're getting there, man. Once I went through, so like this, I finally finished Web3 Comic Con interviews today. And what always happens is like the last couple days, people bum rush it, and it like all my time slots get taken out. But I haven't learned. It's the second year. I'm going to learn next year. Like I'm going to pull back towards the end because, like, dude, I have done. So yesterday I spoke from 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. nonstop, and I did the same today because this doesn't end until 10. Now I don't have to talk as much on this call, but like I'm so like blazed, like I'm so cooked that I forgot to pick up my kid from after school. Like I was on an interview and Melissa peeked in and like I saw her run out and I was like, fuck, I just totally forgot to pick up my kid on my break. Yeah. I was so out of it. But I mean whatever. She can walk home. I'm just kidding. But yeah, like now Web3 Comic-Con launches next week, and then after that, I'm working on 100% AF stuff. I've got so many things in the hopper right now. I'm really excited about it. Really excited. Yeah, dude, we're gonna kill it. I'm ready to go. Absolutely ready to fucking smash it. No choice now. We got to do it.
I need an adult fantasy rectangle patch with Velcro on the back. Those like vinyl patches that have the Velcro.
What do you do with the Velcro?
You can buy hats that have hats and jackets and.
Oh, they've already have the Velcro square.
Yeah. And
you
cool. Slap whatever patch you want on it.
Right on. Let's do
it. I can get hats in my size because I have a big fat head. The normal one size fits all hats are way too small for me.
Bro, me too. I am with you, sir.
Yeah. So, but there are brands out there that make hats that go up to like size 8.5, like and larger, that already have that square on there, so you can just. And I love those patches anyway. They look. I like the way they're made. They're cool.
Yeah, are they like embroidered?
No, they're vinyl. They're like rubbery plastic. Well, some are embroidered. There are some that are embroidered, but I like the ones that are sort of they're like a vinyl or something. They're thick.
Mm-hmm. Got some chonk.
Yeah, yeah.
Chonk.
I think an adult fantasy one would be cool.
We're gonna do it. I was actually looking at what's his name? Jonathan Hickman and a bunch of these other guys started. I guess I'm just hearing about it. I guess I was out of the loop on it, but they have started their own sort of super, like their own universe. Have you heard about this? It's like 3 worlds, 3 moons. Have you heard about this at all? No. Let me see if I can share it. So they have
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna share. Yeah, sorry if you hear the thunder and the stuff in the background.
How dare you let nature interrupt our stream, jackass?
I should be controlling nature. I should do it. This is 3 worlds, 3 moons. Whatever. I don't really know too much about it. But they've been pushing stuff like regular updates for a couple of years now. So they're serious about it. But one of the things that I really like about it is I think it's on the about, is it? Yeah, like I mean, it's because it's on Substack, it's all upgrade to paid, so you can't really see. You can see some comics for free, but most of it is behind a paywall. The art's really good. They've got like Steve Epting and a bunch of really good Jason Howard. They got some good people talent wise on there. Brian K. Vaughan, and they're releasing this giant source book, and it's really cool, man. Like one of the things that's interesting is let me see if I can find this. Here's the index. So what they're doing is they've released a couple of comics, and they're kind of releasing these little comic things like serials, and then they've got small stories from different artists and writers kind of talking about like little stories within the universe. And then this is really cool. I really like. So they've got 2 books coming out. The first one came out, and the second one's about to come out. The first one is called Systems, and it was called a graphic novel source book. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And what they did is they're just individual stories based on pure world building. So some of it is like comics, some of it is world building, some of it is data pages, some of it is concept art. It's literally like a giant pitch Bible, right? 200 pages. And then the graphic is basically an atlas, but I assume it's just like comic stories that take place in different parts of the universe that they're in.
Cool.
So they're kind of setting up the world that way, right? And they've got like, they've had people like where to start, where we're going, people, and then it's like economics of the world. Like,
cool.
Like, they're like documenting the whole process, right? So like, it's pretty cool, man.
That's very cool. That reminds me a little bit of Griff's Saga World, as far as like having the different artists tell stories and stuff like that.
Bit, yeah.
And then also the Runeverse, because they've got all their lore Bible as well.
Yeah, and so
I love stuff like that.
Yeah, and they're hosting. I mean, they're kind of doing what Web3 people do, which is like hosting live summits and shit, creative summits. So yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot in here that I can learn from and that we can learn from, and maybe, I mean, it almost makes me want to start a Substack, because they're actually, it's pretty fascinating. Like they now have, and I don't care about this, but Substack now has a chat feature. Like, so here's like your chat for whatever. And I don't know if anyone gives a shit about that. But they hooked it up to their Shopify store. And then you've got your books, your t-shirts, and then like all these releases of like their different variant covers and all that kind of shit. So it's pretty cool, man. Like there's a lot of
great design.
Yeah, really, really good design, and it's just kind of fascinating. So I don't know. I'm looking at it, I'm learning, and I think we'll probably end up, putting some stuff in there. But it's definitely like some Jonathan Hickman design.
Oh yeah, get a couple of issues in the can and release a page a day every weekday.
Yeah, well, that's what they're doing with some of these things. Is like every week a couple panels or 5 panels. MK says, "Night guys, got to head to work. Everyone have a safe and enjoyable Labor Day weekend, dude.
See you, man.
Why are you working on Labor Day weekend? I understand.
It's Labor Day weekend.
It is, yeah.
It is.
I have no idea. No wonder my dentist was closed. I was trying to call them today, and they're like, "We're closed Friday to Monday." I'm like, "Well, I left a message like, have fun doing whatever you're doing for why you're closed." Like, I had no idea. Zero.
Thanks, MK. Love you, buddy. Oh man, but yeah. So I'm kind of like looking at this stuff and taking notes. I thought about maybe signing up for like an $8 a month just for like a month or two, just to kind of like, here's all their serial stuff, right? Cool. Like, they've been releasing shit. Like, it's all Steve Epting. Like, this shit is not. I mean, Epting is like a legend, so he's legit.
Yeah.
No, I like this.
Yeah, well, Steve Epting is fucking man.
He's British, correct?
I believe so. Yeah.
I've met him. Okay. Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah.
I met him that year. Geek Speak had me doing sketches at their booth at MegaCon.
Yeah, he's drawn this shit. He's been like top notch artist for fucking 30 years. Like, he just never sucks.
Yeah, this is great. This is like up my alley.
Yeah. Right. And then, of course, everywhere is like the paid subscription. Get on the paid subscription. So I don't know, man. as we get done with Web3 Comic Con, I got to rebuild Adult Fantasy, the website and everything, and start getting the show going if we're doing that. And so as I'm doing that, I'm starting to think about like where we can put our energy and how we're going to focus it. So
for sure, man.
We're getting there. We getting there. It's getting there. It's coming. I promise.
Yeah.
Anybody else see the new Aliens movie?
No.
Dude, was it good?
I was.
The trailer looked awesome. I'll say this: the trailer looked awesome. I thought the trailer looked awesome.
The trailer made it look more like it was going to be a horror movie.
Oh, okay.
And that was one of the reasons why I wasn't thrilled to go see it, because I'm not a horror movie fan.
Okay.
But my wife likes sci-fi and she also likes horror, so she said, "Hey, let's go see Alien." I said, "All right, fine." And other than a couple of jump scares, which you would expect with an Alien movie, there's nothing that happens that you don't already know is coming. You know what a face hugger does. You know what a chest buster does. You know if an alien gets his mouth really close to somebody's face and he opens it up, you know what's going to happen. There was nothing scary there at all. But there was a couple of jumps, and that was it, really. I mean, otherwise, it was a really good sci-fi alien movie. I enjoyed it completely. But it wasn't the horror that they kind of make it seem like. Was there gross stuff? Absolutely. Was it stuff you didn't expect? If you've seen any of the other Aliens movies, nope, there wasn't any big surprises, but it was still good. I enjoyed it.
I really wanted the original intention of what they wanted to do after Prometheus, to explore the engineers.
Yeah, man.
Instead of steering back to Alien, because people complain, "Oh, it's not an Alien movie." It's like, yeah, they told you that. They told you it's not an Alien movie.
I don't know. Felt like an Alien movie to me.
It has connections to a lot of the other movies in small ways.
Yeah.
And Prometheus. Prometheus is mentioned, as well as there's some visual effects that bring back Prometheus.
But the original way they talked about Prometheus and where they were going to go with a trilogy about the engineers, I really wanted that. But instead, they steered it back to the xenomorph, because like people complain.
Oh yeah,
it's like they said it wasn't that. And I wanted, because I liked Prometheus. I thought it was awesome.
I thought Prometheus was really good. I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Apparently, all the feedback was people wanted xenomorphs.
Wah.
It's like they're going to do more Alien movies of that. This is something different.
Well,
Let it go.
Well, the problem with xenomorphs is that they do one thing. Like they chase after you and fuck you up. Like you can't, and there's no intelligence. Like they're not intelligent beings, so they swarm you and fuck you up. Like there's not a lot to it. I mean, the suspense is kind of the best part, honestly.
Right.
I wanted to know more about the people that created it, But I mean, that's all in subtext, and they decided to wipe us out because we killed Jesus, and the experiment went wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Well, as a non-horror fan, I enjoyed the movie. So
that's cool, man. I watched the first of the 1.5 episodes of the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, haven't watched them yet.
Yeah, just came out like yesterday, I think.
How was it? I want to watch it like the way someone wants to watch it. The way people like to watch NASCAR for the crashes. But I'm also afraid that it's going to be really boring, because the old series was really boring. So
I had no problems with the other series. Yeah, sure, it's boring. I mean, you can tell they reduced some of the budget. I think by the second episode, there's just some things where I was like, okay, or maybe the writer or director or something. But I mean, whatever, man. Like, it's cool. I like the universe. I'm gonna watch it. Don't really care. I've never read the book, any of the books, so I mean, it's. I just take it at face value, entertainment.
Yeah, well, they didn't have the rights to the stuff that actually happened in the story.
Right. Right. That's right.
There is something that's kind of lore breaking that doesn't fit with Lord of the Rings. But it's still good, and that's the story for Shadows of Mordor. That video game is actually really good. It doesn't fit in continuity, and they changed some stuff for a video game.
Yeah,
but it's still like good. You can break lore in a property if it's good.
Yeah.
It just stands on its own as its own thing. It's not meant to be canon.
Right. I agree.
And that Shadows of War, I haven't played Shadows of War, the second one, but the first one I really like.
Yeah. One of the consistently best franchises that get some of the best video game adaptations has been Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Like, there were several PS2 games that were really fucking good.
I never played them. They were good.
Yeah, they were good. I mean, I remember one or two of them, like, we got into pretty well. They had the right voice actors and all that kind of stuff. I played, it was like a Battle for Middle Earth when it came out. They've always done good with all of their properties, their video game properties.
That Shadows of Mordor though was
I never played it, man. It always looked good, but I never played it.
It's good, like taking over, like you're a ranger who gets killed and brought back to life by the wraith of Celebrimbor.
Yeah.
The guy that forged the rings.
Yeah. And
you use that power to like possess orcs and like manipulate the orc army.
Right.
And if one of them kills you, it advances. So the next time you fight it, it'll be stronger and smarter.
Okay.
The GameCube. The GameCube Lord of the Ring games were really good as well. I don't remember the names, but they were really good. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Special project complete.
Who is that?
Who's playing a video game?
That would be me. Sorry about that.
Not me.
By the way, there's a Alien TV series coming next year.
Yeah.
On FX called Alien Earth.
Oh yeah.
Supposedly it's set 30 years before the first movie. So we'll have to see how that comes out.
This is going to be like about Wayland Yutani or whatever.
Maybe.
I'm hoping. They're the real bad guys. It's not the aliens.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's the company, yeah. Because they're the ones that keep putting people in harm's way to try and get one of these things.
Mm-hmm. There's a Predator video game, and I've never played it. Maybe it's like you can either play as like Space Marines, aliens, or Predators. There's like 3 storylines, but it heavily dives into like the whole Wayland. That whole company and like the founder and all that stuff. Like, he makes an appearance. I've watched the YouTube like cutscenes. It's pretty interesting though.
Yeah.
Just watch for the cutscenes, right?
Yeah, there's games I do that for because I just want to know the story. I'm just curious, So I'll watch somebody do an edit of all the cutscenes.
Yeah, I do that every now and again.
Yeah.
I don't have time to play that shit back to back anymore.
Yeah.
So, I watched the one for it was whatever the launch title for the PS4 about the redheaded chick. It's like in the future, but like it's like basically dinosaur hunting, but they're really like techno monsters.
Oh yeah,
Alloy is her name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was pretty decent. But yeah, I got to do that every now and again, man. Like, but there's some games you could do that, like the Injustice games. Those are great ones to watch.
Yeah.
I don't play enough games, man.
I bought the first Injustice game played through it once for the story, then gave it to Mike, Andrew's son.
Yeah. They have good stories.
Yeah.
Like really good.
Yeah.
And and that's a great game because you don't the gameplay, there's nothing in the gameplay that you're missing, right? You can watch the cutscenes and get the entire story from it.
Yep. I did that with Injustice too. I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna buy this one. I'm just gonna watch the video somebody edit together.
Yeah. My buddy from high school, he was executive producer on both of those. Guy who's a couple years ahead of me, named Aaron. Named Aaron Pieper Gerdes. Yeah, I would say not really my buddy, but whatever. I knew him. He was in drama club and everything. Same time. Yeah, he was EP on those, which is awesome, man. Because those games did good.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was like one solid DC property that went good, and then that kind of also catalyzed the next wave of Mortal Kombat games because it's the same engine, I mean, it's basically Mortal Kombat. DC, it's basically DC Mortal Kombat, right?
I did that with the new Mortal Kombat game. I watched it. I was like, okay, I'm really confused. What's going on here?
Yeah,
because apparently they basically reset the entire Mortal Kombat universe.
Oh, with this newest one?
Yeah, they reset it.
Yeah, and they never even get to the combat. They never even get to the tournament in the new movie.
Wait, what?
In the latest Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of a gathering of the heroes and villains. They never even make it to the tournament.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I was talking about the new Mortal Kombat movie. They reset.
Oh, the game, yeah. The game, it's Mortal Kombat 1 is what they're calling it. Supposedly they're starting it all over again, but the movie that they did, the remake of the movie, introduces a bunch of characters and they never even get to the tournament.
I remember watching it. Can't remember if I finished it though, or was that a game? Fuck, I don't know. Don't remember. I think it was the movie.
Hey, the Penguin starts on the 19th of September on HBO Max. That looks good.
But they reset it, but the other stuff happened. Because Liu Kang is like a god now from winning the other stuff or something. And so he reset the universe.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, you can find a movie of it. Where somebody edited all the cutscenes. Because when you first start watching it, you're like, what the fuck is going on? If you haven't kept up with Mortal Kombat, you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then you realize the universe has been reset and everybody's different.
Dude, I love the DLC characters that they put in these, though. Some of these are awesome. They got Omni-Man in this one, Peacemaker, Homelander, the Terminator 2 Terminator, the Scream Ghost. What? Or maybe that's just whoever made this video.
Oh no, they've got a whole bunch of horror characters. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy, Freddy,
Conan's in there too.
Rambo is in there, RoboCop. Yeah, they've had a lot of those in there.
Yeah.
I recently was watching a series of movies that I hadn't watched in years because I watched the most recent one and really enjoyed it. But I went back and rewatched all the Mad Max movies. And I completely forgot about the second one, Road Warrior, because I went from Mad Max to Thunderdome and realized, what the fuck? I'm totally lost here. And I realized I missed Road Warrior. I tell you what, Fury Road, the fourth one, and Furiosa, fantastic films compared to those original three. Those original three were dog shit compared to Fury Road and Furiosa.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Oh no. I'm watching Mad Max again. I don't know if you remember the ending of it. Well, the guy before the last guy he kills, but the main guy, he's following him. He's in his car.
Those were low budget movies.
Yeah, I know, but he's following behind the guy in the motorcycle, and the motorcycle is looking back at him, and he's literally right behind him, right? And then all of a sudden, the guy in the motorcycle looks forward, and there's a semi truck, and he smashes into the semi truck. And where's Max? He was literally right behind him, and he's not. They took his car completely out of the scene. It's like, what the hell? But it thoroughly enjoyed watching Fury Road again, and Furiosa is just a visually fantastic movie compared to those 3 pieces of dog shit. So.
Is that the one with the airplane? The airplane kids?
No, there was a guy with an airplane in the 3rd movie, Thunderdome. Oh. In the 2nd movie, Road Warrior, he had a helicopter.
Oh yeah, the gyrocopter.
It's the same guy. Yeah,
same guy. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, but they were like the kids. They were like part of the airplane crash. Which one is that?
At the end of Thunderdome, he loads up the plane with a bunch of kids,
with and they go off into
an abandoned city to start reliving their life.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Yeah, but the gyrocopter guy with the goggles and the flappy ear hat.
Yeah, and he leaves with the hot little chick, and then in the movie he has a kid, and she's not there anymore. Yeah. Actually, the actress passed away really young, so I was doing a little bit of research, but. But needless to say, Road Warrior, okay. There were so many of those scenes where it was just close-ups of cars going on a road, and that was it. That was the big cinematography, is watching a car drive down a road. Anyway. But, let me tell you guys my story.
Hold on. Yes, but hold on. Let me.
Avery, you may want to hear this story because I'm going to tell it again tomorrow on my live stream. But I almost gave myself a freaking heart attack. What?
You almost what? Had a heart attack?
Almost, yeah.
Just try harder next time.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Okay. I tried. It's funny.
Sure.
Great job, guys. All right. Tell your story.
All right. So let me just set this up real quick. By the way, can you hear me better? I switched it to this microphone instead of the PC microphone. So
yeah, you sound great.
Okay, good. So I'm leaving Walmart, right? And I go and I get into the car, and it's my mother-in-law's car. That's important for the story. And I'm getting ready to back up out of my parking spot. And her car has one of those rear view cameras and sensors that go off if there's movement behind the car, right? And this is what happened. I'm in the car. I put it in reverse. I turn to look this way, and the beeping goes off, meaning there's a car coming by, and there's literally a car like zooming right past me. And I have my foot firmly on the brake, and all of a sudden the car starts moving. The car starts rolling backwards, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, luckily the car was going so fast in the parking lot that he had already gone past me. But for a split second, my brain said, you're jamming on the wrong pedal because you're not stopping. You're not pushing down the brake. You're not stopping. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like I'm going to hit somebody. So in a split second, I think to myself, I'm pushing the wrong pedal. So I switch and start feeling around for the other pedal. And I hit the other pedal as hard as I can. And the whole car goes, jumps back, and like immediately put the brake back on again. What the fuck just happened? Not once did I realize that the car parked next to me had started to go forward. It was leaving the parking spot. I had my foot firmly on the brake, not moving or going anywhere. But as I'm looking back and his car starts going forward, it feels like I'm going backward, and I'm like, I'm fucking jamming on.
I've had that happen before.
If somebody was watching me, like watching me from outside, my car is literally stopped, not moving. I'm jumping up and down on the pedals, and then all of a sudden I hit the gas pedal and stop myself. It's like, what the? In my brain for some reason could not understand why my car was going backwards.
Yeah.
Could not understand how I was heading directly for that car that's going fly past me. And thank God I didn't shift into drive and hit the gas, because then I would have just went right into the car parked in front of me. But I swear to God, my heart stopped. And because I'm sitting there jamming on the brake going, why am I moving? Ah!
That's pretty funny.
Did not realize that the car next to me was going forward. And I was not moving at all. And it just freaking freaked me the fuck out.
You guys, you want to see a teaser? You want to see a teaser for next week? Now that I've spent all the time finding the artwork.
Tease me.
One of the pages that I desperately wish was in my collection.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Wait, you haven't even seen it. Watch this. So you see the Zipatone there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look how good that these inks are. See the Zipatone in the center, like right by his helmet?
Yep.
Look how good this is. Isn't that sick? But
Which
then
issue is that from?
2, I believe.
Okay.
That issue 2? Yeah, issue 2. I love this page so much. This was one of those classic pages, man. And then, check this out. Look how he hit the Zipatone to create the outside of the helmet.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a fat Zipatone. Right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the burn plate. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how they had to do color holds back then.
Isn't that cool?
Wow.
Very cool. I think it might be a little out of your price range, though, buddy.
Maybe. You never know.
Yeah,
it's only like 3, 4, 5 ETH.
Your
to be fair, it's got 2 weeks and it's at 19K now. There's probably going to be another 0 on that. But man, that's just a smoking page. He was really ridiculously talented. Both those guys were, man.
Yeah. They were just one of those combinations. They were the right people at the right time.
Yeah, Jim Lee got really fucking lucky in a number of ways. I mean, he's crazy talented, but he got really fucking lucky with Scott Williams.
Wait a minute. Does that credit Scott Williams on that page?
Yes, Scott Williams.
Where? Oh, okay. Sorry.
Scott Williams inked X-Men, bro.
Yeah, I know, but I thought that was a different name, and I couldn't tell. I saw up at the top Chris Claremont and Jim Lee, but I didn't see Scott Williams' name. Now I see it. So, okay.
Yeah, no. And then the crazy thing too is like, every time Scott Williams inks other people, I like it. Like when Rob Liefeld was inked by Scott Williams, it was the best Rob Liefeld. When there's actually in this stack, there is let's see if I can pull it out real quick. Cyber Force #1. I didn't even know this. I didn't really look. Hold on, look at this. Pretty dope, right?
We're not seeing anything different.
Yeah. I didn't. I'm not sure. Sorry. I always have to shift. 1 second. Right? Cyber Force #1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Scott Williams.
Yep.
Right? Just so good, man. I like the text boxes, the really shredded paper text boxes.
Yeah.
Those are the days, man. God.
Yep.
Never thought I'd be like that. Never be like, oh, back in my day, blah 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 blah. But
Yep.
it's not true,
But you
man.
get everybody gets old.
Yeah, fuck off. I'm not old. I'm vintage.
That's right.
Who just did that?
Zach.
Oh
no.
What?
I'm muted.
Oh, maybe it's Dusty with that pan.
Yeah, it might be me.
Dusty.
I'll turn my mic off. It's fine.
It's
We
oh,
love you.
and now he's not going to talk.
He talks too much as it is. We're glad he's being quiet.
So mean. I'll give you one more teaser. This artist, I don't know actually. I am not familiar with this guy. Have you guys ever heard of an artist named Gerald Parrell?
Not familiar.
Gerald
not.
Parrell.
No.
Gerald
No.
Parrell. Bro, this is a killer image. One.
I'm not familiar with him.
Yeah, me neither, but I'll look him up now.
Oh, that's cool.
It reminds me of the P. Craig Russell stuff.
Yeah.
Like, look how nice that ink line is. It's like, I'm really loving that loose ink line, you know? And it's like kind of like a monster shaped face or whatever.
Oh, Venom.
Cool.
The symbiote.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Mm-hmm.
It is awesome.
Like, that's like,
I've never seen that anywhere.
I've never seen this, yeah.
Yeah.
But the ink, I mean, I'm just like looking at the ink line. I'm like, wow, like he's just drawing it. It looks like he spent forever to draw the anatomy like on another sheet of paper, and then he just inks it super quick, and it makes it look effortless. And I love that. It's such bullshit. It's such a lie, but it's such a pro move to be like, oh, I just whipped it out. Look how loose my line is. But that's like perfect anatomy. So there also might be some 3D in there, but it looks really good. Yeah.
Or
really
photo reference.
Or photo reference. Yeah, it could be photo reference. Like someone.
It's more like photo reference.
Yeah.
Because the hands don't have that weird oversized shape.
That's true. Yeah. Like someone's leaning on a table or something and took a photo.
Yeah.
It's super good though. Like I said, I love the tricks. It's like it's gonna take me forever to fucking draw this perfect anatomy. I'm gonna grind it and then I'm gonna draw it as fast as I can. So it looks like I was like, oh, I just knocked this shit out. Such bullshit. And that was only $12. So, I mean, it's not going to be $12. It's going to be a couple grand, but I don't know. Maybe we can afford something. Who is this? Spider-Man Spider Shadow variant original art. This is Gerald Pearl. I don't know this guy at all. Let's see. I'm looking him up. Let's see. Hold on. Share screen. Oh, wrong page. Hold on. It's pretty cool. Lots of painted stuff. That's kind of cool. Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it kind of has a classic style. Oh, here's a good one. What's this?
It's cool.
Warhammer. That looks different. It's an older piece. No.
Still haven't seen any of these before.
Yeah, me neither. Oh, that's sick. giant Hellboy piece. That's nice. That's cool. I always love like twisted, like really sharp perspective on anatomy. Yeah, there's another sharp image over there. That's cool. Ooh. Yeah, it's dope, dude. Loose but not loose.
That's cool.
Right?
Yeah.
They're all tricks. It's like this guy works his ass off, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I just bust this out." Trying to see if we got some more. That's fucking sick. There's an Avery Butterworth.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, he draws like a painter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally painted. Yeah. Yeah, he does a lot of painting. Oh shit! There you go. Aeon Flux.
Aeon Flux.
That's a hot ass Aeon Flux. That looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah,
Oh, I forgot. I picked up at Walmart a Star Wars puzzle where the image is a Bruce Timm image of the 4 main characters: Princess Leia, Luke, Han, and Chewie.
That's cool.
And yeah, it's by Bruce Timm. It's like really nice looking.
Do that Chitara.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
I've seen better.
Yeah. I just like someone's drawn Chitara. It's pretty
cool. No, it's pretty good, man. The lighting, he's definitely a painter.
Yeah, Art Adams did a couple of variant issues for the Chitara issue #1 recently.
That's not
what
fair.
Is this bloody? Whoa! Oh, damn! I wanted to see that Batman movie. He's got a splash of blood on him.
Oh yeah, I'll show you.
They look kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Look, that's definitely photo reference. But it looks good.
Yeah. There's an Alex Maleev Daredevil that's pretty similar.
Cool style, man. And I like he's drawing a whole bunch of different characters.
And a whole bunch of different styles. Like he's I know this because I've had to do this where it's like you just have to do the style, whatever the style, you know.
the Quaker Oats man with his pistol. That's pretty funny.
Fun fairy tales.
Man, that makes me want to go read Fables again. I don't think I ever finished it. I got like the first 4 trade paperbacks, and I think I still had a couple more to go. I really dug that book.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, awesome, guys.
Is it Avery Sealing?
Avery Sealing. Yeah, Avery, you know you got video going on.
Oh.
Well, you can show something.
No, you can't see it. It's because there's tape over my cameras.
Oh. Oh, that's on purpose.
Yes. I didn't mean to I didn't mean to hit the button. I was doing something and my thumb must have tapped the screen.
Yeah.
But that's why I keep tape on my cameras.
That's true. Never mind. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Everything's good. Everything's happy. Well, guys, happy Friday.
Yeah. Happy
Labor Day weekend.
I guess.
Is that what happened?
Who knew? I didn't know.
I didn't know. I'm still working. I'm grinding. I'll be working tomorrow.
What's that? What is that? Thunder or fireworks?
It's lightning and thunder.
Jeez, I thought we had a bad in Florida.
Yeah, we get storms up here. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't plan on doing anything tomorrow except maybe take a visit a comic book store. But
Nice.
Well, it's not that. It's just that I'm broker than usual right now. So.
Right on.
Well, no, it's just that running Facebook ads is expensive and you have to make sacrifices. I figure. Look. This is what I want to do. Not run Facebook ads. I want to write. And if I want to do that, people got to buy my books. So I figure, you know what? I can nickel and dime it for the rest of my life and not go anywhere, or I can take a chance and, maybe skip a few meals. Maybe I'll make it. Maybe I won't make it, but maybe I will.
That's right.
You never know until you try, right?
100%, man.
And if I fail, I fail. Well,
this is a Dusty's 10 commandment violation.
What's that? Trying? Effort? Belief in oneself.
I thought that was the Wag Me Only Bible commandment.
Dusty, go on. I actually want to hear it.
What?
I actually want to hear your what were you going to say?
You've heard it before.
You've heard it.
I want to hear it again.
I'll have to find the list.
No.
I think there's something about no anti-Semitic jokes.
No, that's okay. That one's fine.
Well, damn. Avery, we've been holding back this entire time and we had permission?
Oh my God, you guys. You guys are terrible.
Hey, I showed this to Avery and Todd, but let me show you guys something that I got this past weekend. Hold on.
Oh God. Goatsy.
This is a copy of Conan the Barbarian, issue number 23 or 24. It's the last Barry Windsor Smith issue of Conan the Barbarian. It is the second appearance of Red Sonja and the first appearance of her on the cover.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's a great cover.
Yeah, it is.
Looking forward to getting it. Looking forward to getting it graded and see what it comes in at.
I like the way it's colored. It's colored really well.
Yeah. My buddy says he thinks it's an 8.0. If it comes in a 7 or 7.5, I'll be happy. But yeah, it's a gorgeous book, and for a Red Sonja fan, it's a nice piece to go in my personal collection. As I was explaining to somebody last weekend, my personal collection of CGC slab books is literally books that just have yet to make it into the store. It's not really...
How big? What number is that?
Number 24.
Oh, 24 or 124?
24.
That's not bad.
It's a 20-cent issue.
No.
Not
the issue. How many graded books do you have that are yet to make it to the store?
Yes.
A lot.
A lot. The longer it takes for him to count, the bigger the number.
Probably about 50 up there on that shelf and another 20 over there. So probably about 70 or so.
Good. No, keep them. Don't sell them. Everything's fine.
No, I was going over the numbers recently with somebody. I had, since I started getting the CGC books, I'd gotten a little over 700.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 400 and something still in my inventory.
And another 100 on your shelf?
No, those are in the 400, but
okay.
But I spent over the years about 23 grand, and I've made back about a third of that so far.
That's a great way to do it.
And I still have 400 and some odd still available somewhere.
If you put in another 23 grand, you can get like more money back.
No, that's not going to happen. The trick now is to grade them myself, not buy them already graded.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through my collection of what I have potential graders.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 long boxes filled and 7 small boxes filled with all potential graded comics, to be graded comics.
And when are you going to do this?
Little at a time. Because it costs a lot to get them graded. So
yeah, dude, that's like you're talking about another like 50 grand.
No, what's so funny is I don't know if I told you guys about it. I bought a collection from a guy a couple of years ago, and he needed money to pay he had a swimming pool business, and he was looking to get enough money to pay his people for the week. And I offered him $350 for 2 boxes of comics, and he took it. And I filled a small box with just nothing but Golden and Silver Age comics, and I kind of put it aside and didn't inventory it or anything. And I recently broke even with what I paid him for the other comics. So I've made back my money that I invested in the 2 boxes, and I still have a small box filled with potential grader comics that haven't even been touched yet.
Mm-hmm.
So one of these days I'll get around to it.
Yeah, you'll get there.
10
What
cents
kind of people are
Superman
you hiring
comics.
if you need $350 to make payroll?
He needed more than that, but that's what I could offer him. So
Jesus.
yeah, one of these days I'll pull the box out and show you some of the books. They're pretty nice.
Congrats. Well, I'll tell you after we get in the green room.
Where'd Avery go?
He left. He said later in chat. We were trying to leave, and then he kept talking, so he left.
Oh, I didn't realize we were still live.
Oh,
Yeah.
the first person's already left. So see you guys later. Later.
No.
guys.
Wait. We're gonna end it. We'll talk for a second, just behind the scenes. Okay.
Yeah, I did
Bye,
have an
everybody.
important question,
Happy
but
Friday. Huh?
I had an important question for you, but it was going to be in the green room.
Okay. So happy Friday. God bless. See you. Have a good Labor Day. My brain's fried. I love you guys. Bye.